true in a lot of ways.
After 90 years and 84 big games, only 6 games separated the two teams. The series stood at 40 wins to 34 in favor of Stanford with 10 ties. But that gap would be narrowed in 1982 with what many say is the most incredible moment in college football history, the play. With the departure of Coach Roger Theater, Cal named former Bear star Joe Kapp to lead California into the 1982 season. The Golden Bears surprised the experts by posting a 6-4 season record going into the big game. With the enthusiastic Kapp at the helm, echoes of the Bear will not die could be heard throughout Strawberry Canyon. The favored Cardinals' powerful offense was highlighted by senior All-American quarterback John Elway. They were opposed by Cal's sophomore sensation Gail Gilbert. The 80,000-plus fans packing Memorial Stadium anticipated quite a show. And boy, that's exactly what they got. The explosive Bears took control early, with the young Gilbert showing the fans that he had no intention of being overshadowed by rival Elway. The aggressive California defense, led by Ron Rivera, confused the vaunted Stanford offense, holding them scoreless in the first half of play. Midway through the third quarter, Stanford's heralded offense came to life. With the score of 14-13 Stanford, the Bears got back on track, reclaiming the lead 19-14 on a picture-perfect scoring toss from Gilbert to Wes Howell. But the Cardinals weren't finished yet. Stanford regained possession, trailing by 2 points, with only 1:22 left on the clock. With the ball in their own 20, Elway reached deep into his bag of tricks, engineering an almost miraculous drive. With 8 seconds left and the ball resting on Cal's 18-yard line, Mark Harmon kicked what every one of the 82,000 fans thought was the winning field goal. But they'd forgotten the Bear would not die. With only 4 seconds left, the greatest moment in college football history was about to take place. One that would be the ultimate statement of what the big game is really all about. Harmon will probably try to squib it, and he does. Ball comes loose, and the Bears have to get out of bounds. Rogers along the sideline, another one. They're still in deep trouble at midfield. They tried to do a couple of... The ball is still loose as they get it to Rogers. They give it back now to the 30. They're down to the 20. Oh, the band is out on the field. He's going to go into the end zone. He's going into the end of the Bears. The Bears have won. The Bears have won. Oh, my God. The most amazing, sensational, dramatic, heart-rending, exciting, thrilling finish in the history of college football. California has won the big game over Stanford.
So here we are. John Elway's brought the team back. Minute 20, they brought the team back to a game-winning field goal. There's chaos. There's all kinds of pandemonium. But the key here, I think, is the players. Richard Rogers, fellas, the ball will not fall. It has come to Sandlot football, but it's also come to a team wants to win with 4 seconds left to go.
There was a feeling from myself, and I know from Kevin Moen, that it wasn't over. And although you look up at the clock and you only see 4 seconds, it's kind of hard to think that it's not over. Well, the way we felt at that moment, and we looked at each other and we both said, it's not over.
We had nothing to lose, 4 seconds left. Let's kind of play it by ear was my attitude. And Stanford, I think, was a little bit lackadaisical in that they felt the game was over. It was just a matter of kicking off, and that was it.
It was a great game. If that play hadn't happened, that would have been one of the best big games in history. There were ridiculously fancy catches and plays all up and down the field by both sides. And it was a great game. If we'd lost it, it would have been a great game. But it was better the way it wound up.
With John Elway gone, replaced by freshman signal caller John Pay, nobody was sure what to expect from Stanford in the 1983 big game. Recollections of the play still danced in the heads of Cal alumni, but they were reminded that was last year. A seasoned Gail Gilbert would combine with the tenacious Cal defense to assure Golden Bear fans that the Axe would stay in Berkeley. After posting a comfortable 27-9 lead with only 43 seconds left in the game, Stanford finally came alive. A field goal, onside kick, and desperation touchdown started to turn California dreams into nightmares. But a second Cardinal onside kick failed, and to the relief of young and old Blues alike, the Axe remained in Berkeley. As 1985 rolled around, both Stanford and Cal's fans didn't have a clue what to expect from this year's big game. They felt like they'd seen it all, or had they? Featuring the running of Brad Muster and the passing of John Pay, Stanford dominated the listless Bears, posting an early 24-0 lead. Then, like so many big games before, replacement quarterback Brian Bedford combined with starter Kevin Brown to set the Bears on fire. It looked like another heart-stopping big game comeback was going to happen. After Cal's determined defense added a 2-point safety, the confident Golden Bear offense closed the gap to 24-22 with 1:40 left in the third quarter, with a dazzling 45-yard end around by Vince Delgado. A hard-fought but scoreless fourth quarter gave the Cardinal a well-earned big game victory, and for one more year, the Axe stayed in Palo Alto. Just prior to the 1986 big game, Cal coach Joe Kapp had been asked to resign. The underdog Bears weren't given much hope against the 7-2 Gator Bowl-bound Cardinal team featuring All-Americans Brad Muster and John Pay. But the experts apparently forgot that this was the big game.
We were, at that time, 1-9. Our coach had just been fired, and I probably think our last game had about 200 people at it. But I come through the tunnel in '86, and the stadium is filled. It's packed. I'd never seen a stadium so full. I didn't know what to do. It was incredible. We had something inside us that said that we could win this game.
Cal's tenacious defense, led by Hardy Nickerson, Joel Dixon, and Ken Harvey, once again shut down the vaunted Stanford offense with a few harrowing exceptions. Trailing by only 6 points, Hay had the Cardinal 53 yards away from the end zone. But once again, the inspired Cal defense took over, ending any hopes for a come-from-behind victory. Joe Kapp, a winner all his life, went out a winner once again.